Hey everybody, it's Jillian. So this weekend was a pretty interesting weekend. I would say it was busier than normal, just because there were things that we had to get done, and it was also holiday weekend. And so, not that it really means much in our world, because we're not much of a holiday person anyways, or holiday people anyways. But it was just the fact that when we went to the grocery store, there were a lot of people, and that was yesterday. I didn't think about that a Monday, which would be a holiday for Labor Day, would be so crowded. But yeah, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a pattern, and then these are some major indicators as far as this twindemic flu season, COVID season. Yeah, it's going to be a doozy because me just going out on a Saturday and going to Starbucks, going to a fisherman's place, going to a real quick takeout, which hardly anyone was there. It took me all day Sunday to recover. And then yesterday I went to Walmart and it was crowded. You could not possibly go through fast. You were in everybody's face. Everyone was in your face. I mean, it was crowded. And so today I am coughing out the remnants of yesterday. And I'm just like, holy crap. So yeah, I mean, I don't know how anyone who doesn't understand symptoms as well as working with the public, how they're going to deal with working with the public. Yeah, I know the vectors are one type of answer, but even then, you go into a crowd and you're vectored. There's breakthrough infections. They say it's, rare, but when you have so many different strains, there isn't a one vector or two vectors because they're asking for booster vectors. That's going to be 100%. It'll be like this, like you're coughing a little bit, blowing your nose, feeling a little bit tired, and so you're still going to have to stay home if you're working out there in the public, if you've been vectored and you've been around somebody else that has a different strain that you're able to handle. So I just pretend that I'm vectored even though I'm not. But this is what it would be like if you are vectored and you go out with a group of people that you don't know or even that you know. You'll be constantly sniffling, constantly feeling fatigued. And here's the thing, those that feel fatigued, because I feel fatigued, but I'm not going to drink any coffee because I really don't feel like it. I'm not going to smoke any cigarettes. I'm not going to do anything except just drink some water and eat a banana, some Activia, and some food, and that's about it. But people will be taking all of their pick-me-ups or Monsters or Starbucks, all that stuff to just work through it, which I get it. But that's the thing, is that the body needs rest. Whenever you get exposed to a new variant, whatever it is, your body needs rest. And so, yeah, I slept in today. I mean, holy crap, I slept hard. So this is one of my predictors, indicators that, yeah, this is going to be a doozy of a season. And I don't even know what kind of answer to give you, because now the safety nets are gone from as far as unemployment and the moratorium on the evictions. People are going to be forced to go out there, and they're not going to want to go out there because they know how deadly this stuff is. Even if they get vectored, they know how deadly this stuff is. And Sonny, there's no way to win. If don't, if you're not a strong person or work or live with a strong person, like I live with a very strong male. He still gets affected, but he's out there every freaking day. And I told him it's going to be very aggressive this September. And he's out there every day in the neighborhoods doing what he has to do. But if you're not strong like him, or if you don't work from home, I don't know how you're going to survive all this. I think now people need to start figuring out how to get a computer, learn the computer, and find a way to work from home. Because I don't know how anyone's going to get out here into the public, into a huge office building, or working with the public. How the hell are you going to survive this? You are going to be chipped and taken down, systematically, bit by bit by bit. And a lot of you have predispositions. A lot of you have a lot of issues. What kind of advice would I give someone that works with the public or works out there in an office? Find a way to see if you can work from home if you're an office worker. And if you're not, I don't know what else to say. And that's kind of the quandary that people are in, is that they don't know how to work from an office. They don't know how to work from a computer. They don't have that kind of skill set. Their skill set is only physical. Some people are built for this environment. Other people are not. My husband's built for it, but I mean, he's not going to last forever. Not unless he figures out the JJ mentality. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I think I gave him a stay of execution a couple of years ago when he did a few waterfalls, releasing some glitchy programming. I'm sure that kind of helped him out. But this environment is very, very dynamic, and it will cannibalize those that are very like slight or have a lot of predispositions, that don't understand pain, that don't eat a lot, that don't understand how to rest, that want to burn the candle at both ends. This environment is so insane. And so I went out twice and have to recover the next day. So imagine, I wasn't wearing a mask. So imagine what's going to be like for someone who has cancer disease, chronic illness, autoimmune disorders, highly vectorized, the holidays. So I'm kind of glad that I just kind of chased everyone away out of my life except for my husband, because at this point I would not feel good going anywhere, knowing there's kids, knowing there's the elderly, knowing there's people that, I ultimately do care about, even though they think I don't. But let me tell you, when I go off on Facebook and I say some of the harshest things, I'm not trying to destroy anybody. I just know that people's behaviors are going to take them down like even faster. Alcohol, drugs, and all these different things are going to destroy you faster. Now, if you're going to change your life and prolong your life, now is the time to start freaking looking at your habits and your addictions, because your habits and your addictions and all your different whatever are going to take you down so quickly in this freaking environment. And I'm not freaking kidding. Okay. And so, hey, so I say what I say, I do what I do. I know the ramifications. I know the fallout. I know what the outcome is mostly going to be, because people are people. They're going to do what they're going to do. But just so you know, I come from the point of just, how would I say this? A friend. And friends say the hardest things. Friends will say the hardest things. People who really don't care, they say they care, are too afraid to ruffle your feathers. Yeah, they're your friend. But you have a different relationship with that kind of person, and they won't tell you the hard things. I mean, they'll try to, but they're I'll say this. The person who sees a write on the wall and they warn you about it, they're your friend. They're the one that gives a shit about you. They're not going to enable all your stupid addictions and all your different ways of distraction. And so, I see the writing on the wall out there. I don't know how people are going to do it out there. I really freaking don't. Because this is a lot of energy. My dog, she peed on the bed again. So I gotta wash the sheets. But every time she gets exposed to a new variant, she pees on the bed, because she's still working through. There's tumors inside of her that are working its way out. She has mucus that comes out of her vagina like every morning or so. So she's releasing. She's releasing. And she's sleeping more. And so I know that she's going through it. And so I'm just telling you guys, this environment is no joke. It's going to get worse, because kids are going back to school, the holidays, and the moratoriums on the evictions, and everyone has to go back to work. And so I just say, you know what? Now is the time for you to change your life and start looking at your addictions. Do the J juice, deal with all this stuff, set your life up to where you can get some kind of, I don't know, work part-time, work full-time, work at home. I don't even know what a good suggestion would be for someone that works for the public, that has pigeonholed themselves and only doing whatever, stuff to do. I don't know how. I don't know. I wish I had a way to give you as a strategy for those that work in the public, because vectors are not going to be enough. Vectors are not going to be enough. The fact that I'm not vectored and I have this reaction to my environment says that I have enough of me to handle the evolution. It just means that I have to deal with a little bit of uncomfortableness, which I'm fine with. But someone who is lesser of a person, who has predispositions, who has a lot of issues, could not do what I've done just by going out there, whether it's in Walmart or Starbucks or or a fisherman's place, or even a restaurant. They could not do that. Even vectored, you couldn't do that. And so people expect to die all the time. So when they say, oh yeah, this person was vectored and they passed away, they're not going to make the connection that no matter what, whether you're vectored or not, If you can't handle the environment and you have predispositions and you have a weak heart and weak lungs and weak everything, it won't matter what kind of therapeutic you do. You won't have the thermodynamics to deal with it. I have the thermodynamics to deal with it. I have a belly, I have a butt, I have boobs, I have fat on my body. I have trained my lungs how to expel. I will never need a ventilator. I will never need any kind of helper with my lungs, because the first time that I was exposed to COVID and I started coughing like I did just a couple seconds ago, when I was coughing coughing so deep, and it was so in my lungs, and I coughed everything out, and it didn't even hurt. I slept most of the time. When I was stuck with the COVID for 2 weeks, and it was a really, that was my first initiation to a very aggressive respiratory type of situation. And so every time I do get exposed to a new variant, I just blow my nose, I hawk out a few loogies, I cough very deeply. I don't take anything for it because I've trained my body to deal with it. I feed it. If I have headaches, I feed it meat, milk. I have so much cheese type products in my fridge. I have so much meat in my fridge. I have so many, I have frozen vegetables. I have, some cabbage, but the J juice mentality is to open up retroactive evolution so you can feel the viruses that you've suppressed, so you can finally deal with the energy, and also figure out what it's like to deal with energy out there that's new, so you can survive it. That's the whole point of the J juice mentality, is that you can survive latent viruses that you've suppressed through all the cures and the therapeutics. And then you can reprogram your body so you don't have generational obesity, generational underweight, generational cardio issues, generational who knows what that's out there right now. And that's the issue that's going on, is people are passing on these generational predispositions, and the environment is getting that much more aggressive, and there's more viral programming in these transducers. Viral transducers are going to compound your issues and make shit more exotic as far as your predispositions and diseases, and more aggressive and more deadly. And so, yeah, I don't see a lot of kids surviving this environment. Oh, hell no, not after the holidays, not after all the going to school and everything, wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. It doesn't matter. Kids take masks off. They're not 100%. And so I'm just saying, you guys, writing's on the wall. And so, I've been saying this for a while, but here we are. I told you the fall is going to be a freaking doozy. Here we are. Now you have two directions. Face the evolution, or go out there and pretend like everything is okay. Like somebody on my Facebook was like, oh yeah, don't worry about COVID. Live your life. Let God just do what he does. And I'm like, this guy's a Republican. He's telling everybody, oh, go back to work, live your life. And I'm like, my body, my choice. And so if you're going to be, you don't want someone telling you how to spend your tax money, Mr. Republican. You don't want somebody taking your tax money and spending it on, a social program that you don't agree with. So if someone wants to work from home, or they want to collect unemployment because they don't want to freaking die out there, I think that's their right. Just like you don't want to be spending your money on things that you don't agree with. So let's not be hypocritic, Mr. Republican. All right? And let's just start calling a spade and realize that we are in a very different environment. You can't uphold the same values that you did. Now things are freaking different. The environment has changed. It's time to change your lifestyle, your belief system, and how you look at symptoms and pain, because they're not anything bad. They're evolution, but it has to be fed correctly. It's all physics. Thermodynamics, laws of motion, the inverse square law. What else? Theory of relativity. All physics has to do with cell biology and all of these viral transducers that are swirling around in your atmosphere. And you have to feed the beast. If you don't feed the beast, then you're going to starve the beast and you will starve yourself. So good luck, everybody. Bye.